We're talking to the Governor of the Isle of Man on his final few weeks here. And I suppose we should actually talk about Tynwald Day for a minute or two, because we've done our yearly chats
We have.
since the big screen came in.
Yes.
And it's been quite fun. It's such an amazing day, isn't it? I mean, you're going to miss that sort of thing as well?
Well, it's awfully good for the ego. Tynwald Day, you put on a grand uniform and you parade up and down and you're the centre of attention. I've enjoyed doing it. I'm not sure that miss is the right word. I've done it on a number of occasions, been very privileged and proud to have done it. And we will look back fondly on it. I've got the DVD, that's enough.
I mean, where else could you have such an event as that, eh?
Well, I know. But we're going home to our private house in Chichester. And one of the challenges we're facing is that there are 40 rooms in this house.
40 rooms?
There are 40 rooms. There are 14 in our private house. We have belongings in nearly every room here, and 40 into 14 won't go. So we have been very, very generous to to the various charity shops of the Isle of Man over the last few weeks, and car boot sales in the Chichester area will be seeing quite a lot of us, I think, in the weeks ahead.
You are winding down, as I've said already. I mean, will you have a handover period?
No, it doesn't work like that. My successor will arrive after we've gone and just come straight in and pick up the reins of
That's
office.
Interesting. I'd have thought that you could advise so much on things.
Well, he's been for a weekend.
Yes.
And stayed with his family, and obviously we had a chat then, and we've had a couple of conversations on the phone.
What was your top tip?
What was the top tip?
Yeah, what he says.
What I said to him is what was said to me, just be yourself. Don't try and come and act how you think a Lieutenant Governor should be. Just come and be natural, because if you act it, someone will find you out very quickly. So that's my top tip. Lots of people here to advise him, the Private Secretary, Mrs. Pescod, Mrs. Della Fletcher, all these very able civil servants will be able to fill him in on all the ongoing business.
It's going to be a strange time, because obviously he arrives, and only a few months later there's then going to be the election. So it's quite an interesting year.
It's an interesting time, yes, a lot of transition, and we've of course just changed all the Deemsters, haven't we? Attorney General goes on the 1st of April with me, so there's a lot of change in the air in the Isle of Man. But that's healthy on the whole. I was telling Tynwald that I think that the 5-year appointment of a Lieutenant Governor is about the right period. At the end of 5 years, it's time for new faces, new ideas, and that's healthy.
You're going to leave on the boat, 8 o'clock sailing sort of thing. Hankies out there. Will we wave
Well,
you off?
I'm sure we shall have a little dewy eye when we finally wave goodbye. We gave some farewell receptions last week, and at one of them, a group of the island's principal singers, in a very impromptu way, gathered around the piano and gave us a wonderful rendition of Ellen Vannin. And Penny and I slightly lost control of our eyes during that. Certainly shed a little tear for that.
So very fond memories of the Isle of Man.
Very fond memories. We shall love it forever, and look back with great gratitude to be allowed to come and spend 5 years here.
Will you totally retire now, or take up another sort of...
Well, I retired once, and then I got very quickly bored and found this in the newspaper, and I shall go back. And I don't want anything full time. We want to live in our own home. We haven't done that for 17 years. And we'll do some nest building, but I shall look for something part-time to do, both a little something remunerated perhaps, but also there are various things pro bono to go out and be done, and I'll be happy to play my part in doing those.
Do you think you'll ever come back?
I'm sure we'll come back, absolutely.
Will it be
There's too
difficult
many...
to come back though, when you're not so involved? Or?
Well, I mean, we'll come back for a weekend and see some friends. We won't come back to reside here because our roots are elsewhere, but we shall certainly come back and see how it's getting on. See if they've fixed the promenade.
Well, Well, it remains for me to say thank you for talking to us today. And as I said, every year we do it for the Tynwald celebrations. I'll miss it actually. It's been interesting. And good luck to you and of course your wife.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Thanks very much indeed.